Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is well. Had a great weekend and enjoyed the Ryder Cup. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about something similar that I see on a regular basis out with golf and technique. I think sometimes we can always get drawn towards the technical aspects of golf, but we forget actually how to practice good habits that's going to help us improve our golf, practice harder, but also practice the right things that's going to make your golf progress, and it's going to develop your skills and enhance your ability to score on the golf course. If you're watching this video and haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, please hit that follow and like button. Every time I post a video, you'll receive a notification. And we get too hung up on technique. I think technique also improves your golf swing when you're on the golf course, but if you're only working on technique, you're not adapting different developments of your golf game, learning how to hit different shots on the golf course. I can do it on the driving range, but I can't do it on the golf course. The driving range and the golf course are two different animals. The driving range, you get a second opportunity, you're hitting to the same target, you're not adjusting your body shape to match the shot. On the golf course, every shot you face is a different challenge. So when you're on the golf course, you have to challenge and adapt your skill level to, let's say, shaping the ball, learn how to use different clubs from different lies you would never use on the driving range. So it's really important to practice like you would perform. So instead of just hitting shot after shot at the driving range meaninglessly, not actually improving on anything, when you're on the driving range, you have to work on things that are intentional and it's associated with your game. So if you're working on swing change, the driving range is the time to evolve your technique and develop it. When you're working on different elements of it, like struggling with pitching, struggling with your bunker shots, the key thing is to practice it on the golf course. Practice different lies, practicing different sands, practicing different flights of shots. Develop your skills and also prevent the mistakes happening regularly on the golf course. Idea number 2 that's going to help you hopefully put you on the right path and pave the way to improve your golf in 2024. After the season is coming to a close, every round of golf that you perform in or play, no matter if it's a bounce game or a competition, it's really good to be as honest as you can and as reflective as you can on your feedback. I know it's not the most exciting thing in the world to talk about, but you've got to be really precise with how many greens you're missing, what's your commonality of miss, how many mistakes you're making at a round, direction, and generally what's causing you many problems on the golf course. So the biggest thing you need to be is be as honest as you can. Practice the things that need developing. There's no point practicing your driving when you're 10 out of 10 fairways around the golf. We generally get to the root cause of the issues on the course. So practice the things that needs developing. I know you've probably heard that 1,000 times before, but the key word is ownership. And if you take ownership of your own game, you'll make less excuses about why you're not performing. Now, if you're really honest with your feedback, it gives you a set amount of time and challenge. It's going to give you a little bit of variability in the practice. So one week might be putting because you're struggling with distance control. The next week might be wedge play because you can't get the ball close enough to the hole. So be really precise with your practice. Use the round of golf that you've performed at the weekend to plan your practice for the next session. So your practice session might be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and that might be based on trying to hit more greens, try to work on different flights of shots. So idea number 3 that's going to help you improve your game in 2024, go and take a golf lesson from somebody that you trust. Develop a plan, devise a plan that's going to help you develop your golf, not only over an hour. You're not going to change your golf swing in an hour without working on it. The hour's information is going to pave you the way, that's going to give you a bit of guidance and a bit of direction over the next 6 to 8 months, that's going to give you a long-term programming process. There's not really such a thing as a short fix in golf. If you might last for a round of golf, but then what happens is you go back to your old technique. Never be afraid to take a golf lesson. I think we as human beings and golfers, we think we should know all the answers. The best players in the world take golf lessons. That just reflects and it's a testament to they don't know all the answers as well. So it's a key thing. No matter what level of golfers, you should never be afraid to take a golf lesson. And just somebody that's going to give you a bit of direction and not too many swing thoughts and ideologies or technical aspects to work on. I think nowadays we divulge in too much information that's not really necessarily associated with our games. Take a golf lesson, get a plan in place that's going to help you develop your performance, the mental side of the game, out with technique, an all-round approach that's going to help you harbour, foster and also develop your technique. If you want more information regarding online lessons via Skillest, please shoot me a message. I can touch as quickly as possible and send you a few more details if you want to develop your technique in person, if that's more associated with your ways of learning. I also offer in-person lessons here in Scotland. at Glenbervie Golf Club. So if you want more information, please get in touch. Idea number 4, we pretty much touched on it in idea number 2, and that is how to structure your practice better. Too many golfers waste their time in practice and then they blame that they don't have enough time to practice when they're just hitting shots aimlessly. Disciplined within your practice when you're on the golf course. Really work on the stuff that's productive, and I think a lot of people just hit shots at the driving range just for the sake of not changing the target, not changing the club, working on the same shot over time. Block practice is really good if you're trying to change your technique, but randomised practice is the shots that you're going to face on the golf course. Figure out a way that's going to help you practice productively. Okay, so your short game, if you're struggling with your short game, pick 9 different targets around the green. You've got 18 shots. You're going to see how long it's going to take you to get 9 up and downs in a row. Pick 9 different shots around the short game area. Your key is to try and get up and down, let's say 30% of the time, so 3 out of 9 or 2 out of 9 depending on your level of handicap and ability. Then what you're going to do if you're struggling with that, you're going to pick the easiest shots out of those 9 to start off with. Then after that, if you feel that's pretty easy, you're going to pick 9 hard shots that you would struggle to approach and perform on the golf course. But one end of the spectrum where you're practicing shots that you're pretty good at, then the next end of the spectrum where you're practicing shots that you're not so good at. So practice your performing on the golf course, practice under a bit of stress, a bit of duress, because that's going to develop your skill level quicker and it's more beneficial for you in the long run. For example, if you're on the driving range, when you go on the golf course, the next time that you're struggling wedge play, you might only tee up from a 100-yard shot at the green. You're going to hit 3 different shots. That might be with a pitching wedge, a sand wedge, and a lob wedge, depending on how far your wedges go. You're going to work out the footage that you've hit those 3 shots to. So, for example, your pitching wedge 20 feet, your sand wedge 10 feet, and if you're having a really good day, your lob wedge goes to 5 feet. So you work out the amassed total distance that you are from the hole. You do that over, let's say, 9 holes or 18 holes. The next time that you're struggling, let's say, from your mid irons to short irons, let's say your 7 iron goes 150, and that's where you're throwing away most shots. Then play the course the next time from 150 yards. I know people think that's ridiculous, but you've got to plan your practice, and you've got to plan your practice on the golf course to facilitate a little bit more of a change in approach to what you could do differently that's going to improve your results. And I think nowadays there's a lot of content on the internet. We've got too many different ideas that's maybe not related to your technical weaknesses. So what you need to do, reduce the negative thoughts, reduce the swing thoughts, go out, play golf, focus on those 4 ideas that I've detailed before and illustrated above. And if you've got any thoughts on that video, if you want to develop your practice, if you want to know how to develop your mental aspect of the game and also how you can develop your skill set, please get in touch. And if not, please comment below with what you're struggling with within your golf game at the moment and within your practice. That's going to help foster and change your approach to golf. You just have to understand what you like to practice, what's the best way of practicing, how that's going to produce a faster result, but also a better long-term sustainable result. I hope this video is of good use to you. If you've got any thoughts or any questions regarding that video, please comment below with what you're struggling with at the moment. Practice, do you like the most you practice on the golf course, the driving range, or the short game area that's most effective to you, and it's the simplistic way that's going to help you evolve your skill set. Thanks for tuning in and have a great week. Enjoy your golf this weekend.